An Albuquerque cop admits what he said under oath was not true. Good evening. An Albuquerque man has filed a civil lawsuit against the city claiming the former APD detective who arrested him and testified against him lied.
That detective said the father confessed to squeezing his one-year-old son so hard that it broke the baby's ribs. But during the trial, the cop changed his story. News 13's Jim Winchester has details.
This civil lawsuit filed yesterday claims that APD detective Brian Sanchez deliberately lied about a confession. It's not the first time that Sanchez has been sued over questionable police work.
Mr. White, your attorney...
This is News 13's video from September 2006 when Charles White was accused of abusing his one-year-old son, David. The case hinged on a confession that this civil lawsuit claims he never made. A jury acquitted White last year after then APD detective Brian Sanchez contradicted his own testimony while on the stand. Here's how the exchange went. Detective, did you see or hear Mr. White state that he grabbed the baby from the car seat in an extremely rough manner? No, I did not. Yet you testified to that under oath to the grand jury. Is that correct? Yes. White spent 45 days behind bars after his arrest. After his trial, he had to battle to win back custody of his son. The civil suit also claims that Detective Sanchez had a pattern of prosecuting and pursuing innocent civilians for crimes they did not commit, citing this high-profile federal case involving Robert Gonzalez, a young, mentally challenged man. Gonzalez won a $1.3 million settlement from the city of Albuquerque 2 weeks ago. He was arrested for the rape and murder of 11-year-old Victoria Sandoval back in 2005. Gonzalez spent almost 3 years in jail before a judge dismissed the charges. APD then arrested one of the girl's neighbors for the crime using a DNA match. In the federal lawsuit, Gonzalez's lawyer argued 2 APD interrogators, one of whom was Detective Brian Sanchez, lied and tricked Gonzalez into making a confession that turned out to be false. The suit also claimed that Sanchez and others knowingly withheld DNA evidence that would have freed Gonzalez. When asked to comment today, the city said it hadn't had the opportunity to review the Charles White lawsuit. Reporting from the Newsplex, Jim Winchester, KRQE News 13.
All right, Jim, Brian Sanchez retired from APD last year after 12 years on the job. He is now an APS police officer stationed at Highland High School. He did not return our calls.